Welcome to the Deep Dive. We cut through the noise to get you the most actionable insights.
That's the goal.
Today, we're tackling age. And, for so long, the story's been, well, just accept it gracefully, right?
Yeah.
A passive decline.
Right, that's the old view.
But what if that's changed? What if science is showing us a different path? A way to actually influence, maybe even optimize how we age?
That's exactly it's moving away from inevitability towards proactive management. The science, longevity isn't just luck.
And that brings us to today's deep dive. Outsmarting age. We're pulling insights, especially from Dr. Ari Masudi. He's a molecular biologist, now a science tech.
Yeah, his longevity hackers playbook has some fantastic practice.
Definitely. And look, we know many of you listening might be startup founders, burn the midnight oil, or other professionals in really demanding fields. Exactly. You need to maximize your vitality, your productive years, but without getting bogged down by, information.
There's so much out there. Some billionaires are spending fortunes.
Right. But our focus today isn't on the million-dollar protocol. It's on science-backed strategies that are accessible, impactful, and actually doable for you in your business.
We want this to be a shortcut, a way to get well-informed on optimizing health, optimizing longevity. It's about giving you the tools to sort of take control.
Because the why is huge. The science is showing aging isn't just about the calendar. You can influence. You can add years to your life, sure, but maybe more importantly,
add life to your years, quality of life, vitality.
Precisely. So let's dive into these strategies Dr. Masudi talks about. Okay, strategy number 1. This one hits a common assumption head on. We tend to think, aging really kicks in, maybe 40.
Yeah. Got wrinkles, gray hair.
But that's really not the starting.
Not at the cellular level, no. The reality check is cellular aging actually starts much, much earlier. We're talking late teens, early 20s.
Late teens.
Seriously. So this idea that you can just coast until middle age and then start worrying about it, it's fundamentally flawed. Think of it like this. Your health is health capital.
Health capital, I like that.
Every healthy choice, especially when you're young, is like a deposit in your longevity bank. Build it up over time, and it pays huge dividends.
So it's about proactive investment, not damage control later. For our listeners, maybe in their 20s or 30s, feeling the pressure, what are the key actions? What should they be doing now?
Okay, number 1, track your biomarker, get those baselines.
Like what specifically?
Things like inflammation markers, CRP, C-reactive protein is a big one. Also, IL-6, metabolic health is crucial too, HC, insulin levels, and hormone levels.
Get a snapshot of where you are now.
Exactly. Knowing your baseline lets you see trends over time. You can catch things early, intervene if stuff starts heading the wrong way, and the data backs this up. These stand for longevity. Quite compelling.
What did they find?
They found people who started optimizing their health before age 30. These individuals had 40% better health outcomes, 40%.
Just by starting early. That's massive. It makes me think of that biohacker, Brian Johnson.
Ah, yes, the billionaire spending millions.
He said openly what his biggest regret is, despite all the cutting-edge stuff he does now.
And what is it? Not starting younger.
Exactly. Not starting these protocols in his 20s. He sees those decades as a huge missed opportunity.
And that's a powerful message, especially for those high achievers listening, startup founders pushing hard. You feel like you don't have time now.
Yeah, health takes a back.
Brian Johnson's regret is a stark. Those early investments, they're not optional extras. They're critical depositors. Don't make that same mistake. Start now.
A really potent reminder. Waiting cost. Okay, let's shift to strategy 2. This sounds almost sci-fi. Hacking your telomeres. What exactly are telomeres, for anyone not familiar?
Okay, simple analogy. Think of the little plastic tips on...
Got it.
Right. Telomeres are like those caps, but on the ends of your chromosomes. They protect your genetic information, DNA, from getting damaged or frayed when your cells divide.
Okay, protective cap.
But here's the thing. Every time a cell divides, those caps get a tiny batch. Over time, they get so short the cell can't divide properly. It's game over.
And that's short. That's aging.
It's a fundamental biomarker of a cellular clock. Down.
Said hack suggests we can influence this clock. Then we slow it down, maybe even reset it.
That's the exciting part. Yes, we can influence it, and mostly through lifestyle. It's not just about fancy supplements.
But there's what?
Well, exercise for one, but maybe not. A 2018 study in the European Heart Journal found that moderate exercise, just 45 minutes, 3 times a week, actually boosted telomerase activity by 40.
What's that?
That's the key enzyme. Telomerase helps maintain or even rebuild those telomere caps. So boosting its activity is like helping your cells repair their own staying young.
42% boost from moderate, not necessarily crushing it.
Exactly. Consistency over intent. And stress. Huge.
So.
UCSF research showed women practice stress reduction technique. Their telomeres look like they belong to someone 10 years younger.
10 years younger just from managing stress.
It shows the deep link between mind and cell. And of course, sleep. We'll get more into that. But yeah, sleep debt is clearly order telomere.
Okay, so exercise, stress, sleep critical for these cellular clocks. Can people actually track their... Is that a thing?
It is, yeah. For those really wanting to dive, telomere costs a few $100, $200, $500 range.
And that gives you a base.
Precise. Get a baseline, implement these strategies, test again later, see the impact. It's another data point for your person.
Very cool. Personalized feedback. Okay, let's pivot. Strategy 3, mastering the sugar game. Because glycation, that's the enemy here. Simplify glycation for us.
Okay, glycation. Sounds complex, but picture this. Your body's proteins getting caramelized by
Caramel, like candy.
Kind of. Sugar molecules latch onto proteins or fats without needing enzymes. They form these things called advanced glycation end products, or AGEs.
Advanced glycation end product.
And unlike caramel, this isn't good. It makes your tissues stiff, less elastic, dysfunctional. It directly ages them. This isn't just about weight, it's direct cellular wear and tear.
So it's affecting the actual structure and function inside us, not just the scale. For busy professionals, what's the practical anti-glycation?
First big step, cap your added sugar. Aim for under 25 grams. American heart, it's not just for hearts. It's critical for cellular health, for reducing
25 grams, not much.
It adds up. Another tack, time your carb. Especially if you have a demand, try to eat most of your carbohydrates around your workout.
Yeah, good.
Because that's when your insulin sensitivity is high. Your body's primed to use that glucose efficiently for energy and muscle repair instead of letting it hang around causing trouble like glycation. Work with your body.
And technology is playing a role here too, right? With CGMs.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Continuous glucose. They're not just for diabetics.
I've heard Tim Ferriss.
Exactly. Non-diabetics are using them to get real-time feedback on how different dress, exercise, blood. It allows for incredibly precise
Real-time data for optimization.
And look at someone like David Sinclair, the Harvard aging researcher. He apparently keeps his glucose levels consistently below 100 milli-GDL. He partly credits this for his biological age seeming much younger than his actual.
Wow, below 1. That really highlights how much blood sugar matters for.
It's fundamental. Controlling sugar isn't just vanity, it's about cellular longevity.
Okay, strategy 4, optimizing your sleep architecture. We all know we need sleep, but this sounds more involved than just getting 8 hours.
It absolutely. Sleep isn't just downtime. Think of it as your body's active nightly maintenance crew.
Maintenance crew doing what?
Critical stuff. Brain cleansing, clearing out metabolic waste that builds up during the day, DNA repair at the cell, hormone resetting. If you skimp on quality sleep, you're literally skipping essential biological maintenance. You're accelerating.
So quality matters as much, maybe more than quantity. For our time crunch listeners, what's in the sleep optimization?
First, that 7-8 hour window is generally the sweet spot. Remember the nurse's health study?
Remind me.
Over 100,000. It found both too little sleep, like less than 6 hours, and too much, over 9 hours, increased mortality.
So there's a Goldilocks zone.
Pretty much. Second, temperature. Keep your bedroom cool, around 65 to 6 Fahrenheit, or about 18-20 Celsius. That helps your body temperature drop naturally, which is key for initiating and maintaining.
Okay, cool room. What about light hygiene? That sounds.
It's about managing light, huge impact on melatonin production. So try blue light blocking glass 2 hours before bed. Cut out that stimulating blue light from screens.
And in the morning?
Get sunlight. About 30 minutes of morning sunlight exposure soon after. This anchors your circadian rhythm, tells your body, okay, it's daytime, helps regulate the whole cycle.
Makes sense. And tech. Wearables.
Yeah, devices like the Oura Ring or Whoop Band they track your sleep stages, light, REM. A lot of people, especially longevity folks, use them and are shocked to see how little deep sleep they're actually getting.
That data can be a real motivator.
Definitely. It turns sleep from something passive, active strategy you can measure.
Right. Moving to strategy 5, something many of our listeners know too well. Stress. Chronic stress. We know it feels bad, but you're saying it's a silent longevity killer?
It absolutely is. It's not just in your head. Chronic stress has profound physical effects. It literally shortens your life.
How? What's the mechanism?
It does a few tasks, accelerates that telomere short. It ramps up systemic inflammation throughout your body, and it dysregulates key hormones, especially cortisol, all pathways that directly speed up biological aging. The mental toll becomes physical.
Okay, so it's serious. What are some evidence-based ways to bust stress, especially for people with packed schedules?
Meditation is powerful and doesn't need hours. Remember Elizabeth Blackburn, the Nobel laureate who studied telomeres?
Yeah.
Her research linked just 12 minutes of daily meditation to a 30%.
That seems doable, even for founders.
It's about microdose, powerful biological payoff for a small time. Counteracts that daily grind. Another great one, heat and cold therapy.
Like saunas and cold plunges.
Exactly. Alternating them triggers hormetics. That's the good, like lifting stresses. Heat and cold build resilience in your body at a cellular better equipped.
Interesting. Building resilience. What about getting outside? I hear about forest space.
Shinrin-yoku in Japan. Studies show just 15 minutes in nature A park, woods, whatever can lower cortisol levels by simple, accessible stress.
15 minutes for a 16% drop. Not bad.
And for a quick reset, Wim Hof breathing. Seriously, 3 rounds, 30 deep breaths, then a hold can shift your nervous system from fight or flight to rest and digest. It's incredibly effective.
Fantastic toolkit there. Okay, strategy 6 might surprise people. It's not diet, not exercise. It's social connect, a longevity superpower. Seems counterintuitive for physical health.
It might seem that way, but the data is just overwhelming. Look at the Harvard study of adult development. It's been running for over 85 years.
The really long one.
A really long one. Their #1 find. Good relationships are the strongest predictor of happiness. Stronger than your cholesterol levels, stronger than exercise, even stronger than your genes.
Wait, stronger than genetics?
That's what their decades of data suggest. It's not just about feeling good emotionally, it's profoundly biological.
That is genuinely staggering. Is there more data on this?
Oh yeah, load. Married people tend to live 2-3 years longer on average. People with strong social ties have a 50% lower risk of premature death compared to those with weak connections. 50%.
Wow.
And maybe the most shocking comparison. Loneliness, social isolation, increases your risk of death as much as cigarettes.
15 cigarettes.
Yeah.
Just from being lonely. That puts it in perspective. So for busy professionals maybe feeling isolated or just time poor, what's the social strategy?
Focus on quality, not quantity. You don't need 100 friends. Nurture 3 to 5 meaningful relations. Those provide real support and connection, and frankly, take less time to maintain than a shallow network.
What else?
Consider getting a pet if it fits your life. Pet ownership is linked to a 24% lower risk of cardiovascular death. Plus, consistent companionship combats loneliness.
Good point. And communities.
Absolutely. Join something. A gym like CrossFit, a book club, volunteer group, whatever. These provide built-in accountability and regular social interaction without feeling like just another.
Right. And you mentioned a biohacker tip about bad company.
Yeah. It's not just for teenagers. I need to apply that to our adult lives, too. Consciously choosing to limit or exclude genuinely toxic people from your circle, that's the longevity strategy. They drain your energy, increase your stress.
Which we know shortens telomeres.
Exactly. Protecting your peace is protecting your health.
Vital reminder. Okay, strategy 7. Preventive medicine. Most people go to the doctor when something's wrong, but the longevity approach flips that?
Completely. It's proactive versus longevity. Hackers use diagnostics as an early warning, not just a
Catching things before they become big problems.
Precisely. Allows for much earlier, easier, and more effective intervention. Saves time, stress, money.
So what's in this preventive protocol? What should people actually be testing, say, annually?
Go beyond the basic phys. Get comprehensive blood panels. Key things: inflammation markers, again, CRP and IL-6, detailed metabolic health fast and glucose, HbA1, full hormone panel, testosterone, estrogen, thyroid, and crucial vitamin D, B12.
Picture.
Yes, a holistic snapshot of your internal environment. That's your early warning dashboard.
What about more advanced stuff? Imaging, genetics?
For those really wanting to invest in prevention, yes. Things like coronary calcium scans can detect heart disease risk. Full-body MRIs offer a broader, though they're more involved.
Requires planning, especially for busy folks.
True. And genetic testing, general DNA tests, specific ones like Alzheimer's risk, can highlight. That allows for even more targeted prevention. All about powering
the ultimate personalized health. Okay, final strategy. Number 8, environmental optimization. Easy to forget, but our surroundings impact aging
profoundly. We're breathing air, drinking water, all potential source chemicals. This builds up what we call
toxic load.
And it directly impacts cellular health, drives inflammation, accelerates small daily exposures, really.
So what are practical detox strategies for everyday? Things people can actually implement without huge effort.
Start with your indoor air. We spend so much time. Good quality HEPA filters for your home, maybe your office, even adding certain types of house help filter.
Okay, clean air. About water.
Water filtration, reverse osmosis systems, or high-quality carbon, heavy metal, chlorine, pesticides, other junk from your tap water. Reduces your daily intake of harmful stuff. These are often set it and forget it.
Low effort, high impact.
Yeah.
And food. Does organic really matter for longevity?
It does, particularly for reducing that toxic load from pests. A practical approach. Prioritize buying organic versions of the dirty dozen.
The ones with the highest pesticide residues.
Exactly. You don't necessarily have to buy everything organic, but focusing on those makes a big difference. And check this out, a fact that really drives. Studies show people living in areas with the cleanest air tend to live longer than those in polluted areas.
1 or 2 years just from cleaner air.
It highlights how much our immediate environment shapes our life.
Incredible. What a range of strategies we've covered. From starting early, hacking telomeres, managing shifts, optimizing sleep and stress, leveraging connections, proactive medicine, and cleaning up our environment.
It's a lot. But the core message, the longevity revolution, isn't science fiction anymore. It's here. While some people might just let aging happen.
You listening now have tools.
Exactly. Practical, accessible tools to age optimally. Every choice you make today, it's either a deposit into that longevity account or with.
Well said. And look, this isn't about achieving perfection overnight, especially with demanding lives. It's about progress, consistent steps.
Absolutely.
So our final thought for you today is that don't feel overwhelmed. Don't try to do everything at once. Pick one strategy, the one that resonates most or seemed easiest to slot into your life right now.
Just start somewhere.
Master that one. Make it a habit, then add another.
Right.
Your 80-year-old self, your 90-year-old self, they will absolutely thank you for starting today, not putting it off until tomorrow. So the question is, what's your first step?